To fight for the right, without question at all, to be willing to march into hell.
Journey with me back to third grade. I'm an 8-year-old at Summer Grove Elementary, representing my class in the annual math rally. I'm a good math student, but I am incredibly nervous to be standing in front of the whole school, and I am the first one that will be going to the microphone to look at the flashcard. I got there and I was excited because I knew my multiplication facts, and as a confident 8-year-old, I got to the mic and said, 5 times 3 equals 15. And then the voice said, that's incorrect. I had 30 seconds to correct myself in round 1, but I kept saying 5 times 3 is 15 over and over again, because I knew that to be true, but I kept saying the same thing, expecting different results. And at the end of the 30 seconds, again, I was incorrect, and I was eliminated. It was a long walk back to my chair, and I thought, what happened? And I looked at the kid coming up to me. He was looking at the same card, and I thought, man, what does he know? Because 5 times 3 is 15. What's he going to do with that? And then I listened to one of the most painful things, his voice saying, 5 plus 3 is 8. And I'm going to tell you that the sting of that event, 45 years later, still hurts. That and several others in the course of my lifetime. And I sat there dejected, feeling a failure. I failed my class, I failed me, and I wondered, how do people move from a point of failure to a point of success? How do you keep it from beating you down? This summer, I participated in a Spartan event, and I learned a little bit about what makes a difference between taking a failure and turning into a success. It had been a long day, 3+ miles, 20+ obstacles, but I found myself at a point stuck in a mud pit. Something like that. After 5 or 6 times of trying to get up and everybody else already over, Daryl came down into the pit with me to look me in the eye and to encourage me, to give me hope. I was a little embarrassed, but with his encouragement, I actually got up off the hill and onto the rest of the torment. But I realized at the end of that day that the only reason I stood at the finish line and got a medal was because these 2 guys, Daryl and Jeremy, all day long were giving me words of encouragement. You can do it. You've got this. Awesome. Come on, let's go. How can I help? It was a very eventful day. Over the past couple of years, I've enjoyed running in some events. Fast people like Kyle and Jonathan call them races, but I call them events. But I've grown to realize that for every fun, cool picture like this of a medal or a finish line, there are some more very important pictures. Some like this, with people who ran with me, people who encouraged me, people who supported me, people who gave me hope, people who laughed at my mistakes and listened to my wild stories. They were very important people in the process. Because one of the big goals, on December the 10th, I crossed the finish line. 26.2 miles. I am a marathon finisher in spite of whatever happens here. But this picture is not the full story either. Because this picture needs to be buffeted with this one. At mile markers 12 and 19, there were some very important people there. My wife, my daughter, and 2 very special friends, encouraging me, supporting me, giving me hope that I desperately needed at mile 19 to actually go forward. Wow. See, Webster defines encouragement as the act of giving someone support, confidence, or hope. And as I was feeling hopeless at times, I needed that. And I wanted to spend my 5 minutes encouraging you. I don't know where you are, but I want you to hear today that you are able to do incredible things in your classroom. You are skilled, you are trained, and you have the passion. And maybe you feel like this right now because of the overwhelming nature of standardized tests or demands from administrators, or just the kid who hasn't figured out that they need what you're trying to give them. I want to remind you of something incredibly important. That even last week, you made a difference that ripples through time. Every time you encourage a kid, every time you give them some word of validation, every time you make them feel like they are valued, you make an incredible difference in generations that can't be measured on a STAR test or a grade. So today, while you're planning, I want you to look around. I want you to look in the eyes of the people you work with and see if they need a word from you. that they need a word to hear that, hey, you are able, you can do it. I'll be there to support you, to share with you my resources, my time. And if you're having a bad day, and we all do, you look around today, these are the people you're in the pit with. Let them encourage you. Let them support you. Let them renew your hope and confidence in what you're doing, because it is incredibly important. I'll leave you with the words of the song. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach that unreachable star. Continue to reach some incredible students and change a life.